Did you ever hear the expression, everything happens for a reason? Well, I believe it's true. I'm Lisa Lieberman-Wang, and I have to tell you, I have been practicing imperfect action and been a reformed perfectionist for so many years that I can't believe that I'm falling into an old pattern that I thought was gone, and I thought it'd be perfect to make that the topic of the day. Why? Because I think that most of us believe that everything is supposed to work out perfectly once we figure it out. And then we find out it isn't perfect, but maybe that's the perfection in it. So where are we going with this? Well, I even started this morning doing a Facebook Live a couple of minutes ago and had a little bit of an error, made it a blooper, looked to delete it, and Facebook wouldn't let me delete it. They had some errors. So I thought about it. I said, wow, this is happening here too. So where else is that showing up? Well, taking imperfect action is really important to me, and I practice it every day. But what was interesting is yesterday I had the opportunity to speak for a very big financial institution, and we had over 100 plus people there. It was an amazing evening, lots of fun, but I realized at 3 a.m. this morning, yes, 3 a.m. this morning, that I missed something. And all of a sudden, the stinking thinking started going on in my head, and I started thinking of, what else did I miss? What did you say? Did you say this? When did you say this? Or how did you miss that? And all of a sudden, instead of focusing on all the great things that happened, I started perseverating on all the things I could have done even better. Now, the old me would have used very different words. I would have said all the things I did wrong, how I messed up, what mistakes I made, how I could have done it better, and maybe even been very hard on myself, thinking, what's wrong with you? And all these other things that could have come to mind. Now, if you can relate to anything I'm saying and you've done that before, then just say yes, because one of the things I know is I'm not alone. Although I spent the better part of my life thinking that I was terminally unique and I was the only one that ever did stinking thinking, I found out I'm not the only one that's ever done it. And yes, I'm saying stinking thinking. I'm leaving the G's out for a reason, because it's when we leave the good stuff out that we miss the miracles that are actually happening. If we believe that everything happens for a reason and that you're in a right place at the right time for whatever reason, it may not even feel good at this moment. It's going to be a lesson or a gift that you're not even aware of. So one thing I'll share with you is that why was the topic of wow is 3 a.m. for me to be worried about what I said the night before, finding out that there was some mistakes made that affected us based on a counting system that was wrong, had other people supporting me. I gave the wrong information, and then all of a sudden 3 in the morning I'm thinking, what did I say that for? Or that wasn't the right number, this should have been this. And I'm losing sleep, and I started realizing, oh my God, what is this costing me even losing sleep? Because to me, sleep is invaluable. It's so important that we have it. If you didn't know that, the studies are showing you need at least 6 or 7 hours of real REM sleep. So not having that was not a cool thing for me. And I knew it was a very big day today. I have an interview with a podcast in the UK. I have a webinar with a women's entrepreneur group. I have several of my clients today. I have interviews today to see if some people qualify to work with me. And there's so many things going on. I'm like, sleep is super important, but instead I spent 3 hours, yes, 3 hours stinking thinking. And know what I realized? I'm human. Yep, I'm human. And despite the fact that I went back there, I'm really still proud of myself and patting myself on the back that I chose not to stay there. So if you're one of those people where you go into places of stinking thinking, you leave out the good stuff, and you just focused on the bad stuff, then please stay with me for a moment. We need to start asking ourselves better questions. Like, what's good about this? Instead of falling into the shame and blame and all the other stuff that gets us in trouble, asking yourself, what's good about this? So something happened, it wasn't exactly the way you wanted to be, but I'm sure there's gifts in that, and how can you actually turn those experiences into gifts? How can you not wait 5 years, 10 years, 20 years to understand that what seemed bad at that moment was really a gift? So no matter where you are, when things aren't working the way you want it to be, I'll put money on it. There is a lesson or a gift in it. And if you choose to ask a better question now, you'll be able to discern what that lesson or gift is. And if this was any value to you, to find out that yes, Lisa is human, yay. And sometimes we teach what we need to practice, and I've been doing this for 25 years, totally thought I got it. And then all of a sudden last night, as I announced yesterday, we're doing a 5-day stinking thinking challenge. All of a sudden it happened to me. So I said, okay, I needed to be a little bit more attached to this so I can support you in an even higher value. So if you'd like to join me for this 5-day Stinkin' Thinkin' Challenge, Stop Stinkin' Thinkin', then click on the link that I'll attach to the video. It'll either be above or below. Join us and start changing your trajectory of your life to stop the stinkin' thinkin'. Okay, see you later. Love you. Bye.